Welcome back, everyone, to Total Nonstop Impact Talk for Impact fans right here on the YouTube and the Twitch and wherever you get your podcast audio worldwide, baby. Oh my God, the Fallout show from Against All Odds was absolute fire, and we are here to talk about it all, along with some breaking news. But first of all, let me introduce the rest of my panel. We got front row Bill next to me, and we've got our own knockout Alicia here to let's lay it all down. It's, man, if you thought last night was good, you better hold on to your shorts, because, man, they brought it tonight. Jiminy Christmas.
Surely.
How you guys doing?
Wonderful.
Doing good. Have the Fallout. Obviously, Against All Odds was a fantastic Impact Plus show, and then following it up with here, you really can't go wrong. The matches, they're Impact's peaking right now on a week-to-week basis. Quality of the in-ring product, the storylines, and then obviously we'll go over some what's on the horizon, some of this breaking news, just even makes it more interesting. Some returns, debuts, all kinds of good stuff.
Hell yeah. Yeah. Literally, I was away stretching the legs, getting ready to sit back down, and I see Bill's just shaking his head. I was like, uh-oh, what's going on? He goes, breaking news. And I'm like, what? So, should we play the... Oh, yeah. Before we play the jingle, just to let people in on a new little thing. If you hear it in the background, I try to keep it real subtle. There's a new DJ in the house. StreamYard has permitted us, and whoever uses StreamYard for their podcasting services, to upload our own music to the server. So we're going to be spinning some new tunes, some new little tunes in the background.
This is a J-Bone track.
This is something brand new tonight. Something brand new. So just to keep the hype wheels going. So hope you enjoy it. And good or bad, let us know in the chat. Or if you're watching a replay of this, let us know what you think, because this is something I just threw in there tonight. I've been watching for some new little things to drop in there, and they finally hit us with the permission. So super excited for this. It's just another step in us bringing the show to another level, professionally for you, the audience. But let's hit them with the news.
Okay, Boomer.
Jiminy Christmas.
And now, the return. You've been waiting for it. J-Bone's
Searching for my fake wrestling news.
Oh, but it's not fake. It's not fake, folks.
No, there's other dirt sheets out there that were getting called out for being fake today. I know J-Bone would appreciate that. Someone was disagreeing with a story put out there, but there's some good ones out there, J-Bone. Hit him with it.
We just found this out literally minutes before we started here tonight for the Derby City Rumble coming to, where is this? Kentucky?
Louisville, Kentucky.
The next set of tapings for July 15th and 16th, I believe?
14th and 15th.
Oh, okay. That was close. 14th and 15th. Just a few weeks away. Drum roll, please.
15th and 16th. You're right.
It's okay. Well, nonetheless, middle of July, we've got Kushida. Oh! Kushida's returning, or actually, no, debuting. Has he ever been a part of Impact Wrestling before?
No, I don't think so, unless you get like GFW creative with maybe he showed up on the AMP tapings, but not really. So,
all right. But this is, and this is all coming out of, they just announced that part of this tapings, they got to, give the fans something to come for, something to see. And like I said to this crew, I said, hey, you got to get your money's worth out of this whole 20-year anniversary thing. Little here, little there. You got the AMW, got the Motor City Machine Guns. Well, they got Alex Shelley versus Chris Sabin. No context, just, hey, here's the match. Well, now that we know the Kushida's coming, maybe we've got a little context.
Yeah, and this was always a reason, because he was Canadian-based, Kushida. That's why it always seemed, and he was the Moore student. It always seemed like
really?
he had to show up at some point.
Oh, that's interesting. I never knew that.
Yeah.
So there is absolutely an old school TNA connection there.
Yeah, no, there's definitely the Can-Am wrestling, Border City and all connection for sure.
So, and I'd like to think that he is still, doing something with New Japan, going back there, because that's where he really, broke out and did the whole Time Splitters gimmick with Alex Shelley and Solo Star as well, Single Star as well. But so
how excited is Daniel Spencer going to be to ref one of his matches where he's got the life preserver on and doing the
because he's
a Back to the Future gimmick, man. They love it. Back to the Future.
He loves himself some Back to the Future stuff. And look at that. Bill's so excited he cracked the brewski. Nice.
Oh, yeah.
Is Alicia drinking anything tonight?
Water, H2O on the rock.
H2O. All right, there we go. What? Oh my goodness, was that a unicorn on? What is that?
This is some fuzzy baby ducks.
Oh.
Oh, you froze
what kind of beer is that?
Oh, fuzzy baby ducks beer.
Okay, that's cute.
From Ducks.
Oh, pale ale?
Yeah,
IPA.
From the New England brewery. I picked them up on my pizza tour up in New Haven a little while back.
Nice.
That is interesting. Well, there you go. If you live in the area, go get yourself some fuzzy ducks.
Fuzzy baby ducks.
Fuzzy baby ducks. All right, we'll get it right. Wow. So Kushida is coming to Impact Wrestling. So that's just so you got the New Japan connection there, plus you got some old school, ties to the company through Scott D'Amore. So that's great to see. That's great to see. So so they're excuse me. So they're setting up stuff for Emergence, and that's going to be in Chicago. And if you're in the area, anywhere between Wisconsin, Illinois, close by, this feels like they're really setting up something big for Emergence in Chicago.
Yeah, you might want to go check that out.
Yeah, I'm going to be sitting front row. Bill's going to be just down a few seats from me. We got a few other members of the crew coming in, I believe. Man, it's going to be, what do they say that? It's going to be fire. It's going to be fire. It's going to be straight fire, Bill and Alicia. It's going to be fire.
Is that what the cool kids are saying these days, J-Bo?
Or you could be like, Tommy Dreamer would be like, yeah, it's going to be straight fire. Fire. Hot fire. Yeah. Because we also hip and fly, funky fresh. I don't know.
That is not an appropriate question.
Oh, Jiminy Christmas. So what? Well, what else is shaking in the new skis out there? Anything?
I've not heard anything.
Well, it was during the show, but we did get a vignette for a return.
Oh, yes, we did.
So what's coming back?
A new / knockout return, if you will. Killer Kelly finally making the trip back to the Impact Zone. Now, when and where that's going to all happen, we'll have to wait and see. But they say coming soon.
Yeah, I got to say, if they're doing coming soon, it has to be one of the next 2 sets of tapings. If not the next one, the one after. They wouldn't tease it that early.
Right. So, Alicia, I want to get your thoughts on this too. Thoughts on Killer Kelly coming back?
That's pretty exciting. I know a lot of people in our chat are pretty stoked and surprised at her sudden reappearance in the Impact universe. So, yeah, it's pretty exciting.
Now, she was going through some personal stuff. She had some stuff she was going through, either some kind of health issue and or mental health issues, I believe, something. But whatever she did to get herself out from
that's her business,
Right. So, but we're happy to see her come out on the other side, and us as fans can't wait to see her come back. So, very excited for this. Absolutely very excited. So yeah, sound off in the chat. How stoked are you for the return of Killer Kelly to the Knockouts division?
2 thumbs up. She had a fun little video there too. It was exciting to see if they're going to follow up with more.
Right. It felt like metaphorical for like stripping off the past. A fresh beginning.
Cool. Love the neon signs. Yeah.
I like a good dirty motel.
Oh, like with the neon sign? That was kind of cool, yeah. Looked like
I feel like if you travel for wrestling shows, you're well aware that you're probably going to stay in a dirty motel.
Go to wrestling. That's what I know. I know about a wrestling show if I'm at a dirty motel. If I was at a nice hotel, I'd be like, where am I? What is this place?
Put the quarter in the slot in the side of the bed, right? No,
that might make it more interesting, J-Bo. I don't know where that place is.
It's one of those, it's just helps
by the hour.
Helps rock you to sleep, right? That's what that's for, isn't it?
Could use that.
That's for the back. It's good for the back. It's
good for the back.
Massage thing, right? That's for. I don't know. Anyways, no bad thoughts there at all. Anything else in the news skis?
Yeah, they announced the next set of trading cards that will be available.
Oh,
new series.
Is this on the shop?
I know they put it on their social media today. I don't know if they put the pre-order yet. Hold on, I'll confirm it if they did. Because it's probably like a pre-order that's about to happen, I'm guessing.
There it is. Pre-order now. All packs come with an autograph card.
Yeah, who's in there?
All right, so let's see. We, you know what? We'll do a little share screen of Rooney to show the audience what they're getting here. All right. So we got Bay, we got Madison Rain, Mickey James, Eddie Edwards, the Good Brothers, Rosemary, Wino, Deonna Purrazzo, Trey, and Moose. Now, there looks like there's also a champ in there. So, great selection of the roster here. And, okay, so my guess is if you're getting an autograph, it's going to be Good Brothers, Moose, or the champ, Josh Alexander. Let me click on this because sometimes they tell you what your options are in, I'm not seeing here. All right. Well, anyways.
To be determined.
Yeah. But that could be a hint.
Probably.
Yeah.
So yeah, that came out, and for obviously last in Impact, any fans of the Inspiration, I saw they're doing a drop tomorrow, Micro Brawler, both as a team, 200 going on sale tomorrow with the Britney Spears Harlem Heat looking gear.
Okay.
So that's their first,
yeah.
the Inspiration. It's kind of interesting. So does that mean they're maybe coming back to wrestling? I don't know. We'll see, but something interesting to keep an eye on.
It's a great way to keep the merch going because they know that, in the world of wrestling, collectors are out there.
Hughes here. Eddie.
I mean, they're still relevant in the business, so.
Yeah. Oh, Eddie, Rosemary, and Madison are the autograph sign cards. All right. Thank you. Thank you, T. Hughes. Appreciate it.
I need a Rosemary card.
All right. So Lakers is in there. Rayline, good show tonight. Yes. Mayor says, you want news? Read my comment. He's talking about Saraya being a agent. Yeah, and yeah, it is news, but it's
TNA legend.
Under a mask. Under a mask. Front row.
Oh, Lakers, you got in here just slightly too late. We talked about Kushida to kick off the show.
Yes.
He was the lead. Don't bury the lead.
Very, very excited about Kushida. But yes, chat it up. Absolutely. Thanks for the bits, Rayline. Yes, so if you want to tip one of your favorite podcasts, you can share bits, you can give subs on the Twitch, or you could, if you're Team YouTube, you can super sticker or super chat it up. And anything is welcome, but by all means, smash that like button, smash that sub button, ring that bell for notifications, folks, so you know when our content hits your screens or your speakers.
and for anybody, just another piece, because I know a lot of people are talking about it. I got the email. I'm guessing some other people here in the chat got it from Impact today. A survey that asks your opinion on a lot of things from Impact perspective, as well as the other major wrestling companies.
Oh.
Would you like to share screen or Rooney it?
I don't think. You know what? Let me check my email.
Oh no, I'll put it in our private here, and if you want, you could pull it up.
Oh, okay.
There you go.
Yeah, I don't think I got that one.
But definitely, I know a lot of people, that's been a hot topic lately, feedback to the company. So you can definitely check that out. They're showing an interactivity with the fans that they want to get.
Okay, so you take the survey, and for your time, we will send you a $25 gift card for the Impact merch store. Wow.
There you go.
That's nice. So that is not. Yeah, let me do a little share screen of Rudy and tell the folks. Not that. Maybe I need another monster. Jiminy Christmas.
While you're doing that, thanks for the super sticker bells, boy. Much appreciated.
Oh, the super chat. Yes, here we go. It says, for the news of Kushida arriving, it is the Time Splitters reunion coming. Jazzed for Killer Kelly 2. Yes, very cool. So it sounds like we're getting the Time Splitters. All right, so here's the survey, the Impact Survey 2022.com. You can go there and give your thoughts on all things Impact Wrestling, and talks about WWE and AEW too. So just all your general thoughts. So very cool. Very cool. I'll be doing that in my free time later this week. Thank you for sharing that, Bill.
No problem.
Well, if that's it for news, shall we get into the review?
Oh my God. This show was so loaded. Yes.
Slumps.
Yeah. So this
Stuff
is
like an Oreo.
double stuffed. And we're not talking about the kitty cat. She's upstairs. No? Yeah. Taking a nap. It's nap time. She'll be not here because it's nice and quiet here. All right. So we are starting out hot. Fallout from Against All Odds. If you missed the review, it's on the channel. Go check it out. Had a blast talking about it. Me, Bill, Trent, and Uncle Mark. Giving you all things Impact Wrestling. All right, here we go. So we get the cold opening, and as soon as we come out of the cold opening, we got Alan Angels walking to the ring. Probably shocked a lot of people. People were just like cheering for the start of the show, and they turned around and it's Alan Angels, former Dark Order AEW lad.
Even I knew that.
Right?
That was pretty big. Yeah, I was surprised. That was awesome.
Very cool to see him make a stop by the old Impact Zone to face the open challenge of Speedball Mike Bailey. Thoughts on Alan Angels?
He definitely got a huge pop. That's for sure.
Yes.
The good old chance.
Yeah, no, he definitely and it was another, like, Speedball's been cranking out these great matches lately, and this is another really good match. The flow was there, good back and forth, was impressive in ring. It looks like they kind of let them go, do their thing.
For sure.
And that's definitely a guy. I know he's, what is he? I think he's only like 25. He's a younger wrestler, so that's definitely got to keep, that's definitely a guy to keep an eye on. I know he's local. He's Atlanta based, so not sure if it's more of a one-off or not. But I hope that's definitely someone they bring back. You could see, like, that's an X Division guy there for sure. With the great division we have right now, it would be definitely someone to watch going forward, because you do just matchups, Trey Miguel matchups, Ace Austin, Chris Bay, a lot you could do. Yeah,
or even a matchup with the likes of Sami Callihan, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So have you heard any rumblings as far as, is this just a pit stop on the way to going?
I know he's doing kind of the indie circuit right now. Like, he'll be at the show I'm attending with Josh Alexander and Taya, July 23rd. He's also booked on that show. So I know he's doing some of that, but would it shock me if he showed up at the next set of, especially after this match? I wouldn't be shocked if Impact said, "Oh yeah, come on in for Louisville," and kind of do it. Because you notice that's kind of what they do. Like, there's obviously ones for locals, but I think if they're, I would imagine Impact would be interested, and if he's open to it as well, I think he could definitely come in on the next set of tapings.
Oh, yeah. And so for those of you who are curious, no, he is not on the roster page. So don't jump to conclusions. So, but, sound off as a fan. Let them know. If you want to see him back, that's how you do it. Let Scott know. Let the crew know.
Yeah. And thank you, Malachi Trace, for the sticker.
Thank you. Looks like a cute little devil is the sticker. Thank you. Much love, brother. All right. So, amazing match. Speedball Mike Bailey does come out with a win here. Successful challenge. Hope to see Alan Angels return back real soon.
For sure. Great
showing from him. Then the further troubles, they get beat down from BBD. Joe Doring and Diener. Sorry. Oh God, here he is. Look out.
What are you drinking, Bone?
It's water, H2O. just not on the rocks like
Doran, yeah, right.
So, yes, Doran, yes. Sorry there. Stuff him back underneath the bed. Would you, Bill? Jiminy Christmas.
Awkward. And the return of Eric Young.
Yes.
Big news.
Even more awkward. he comes out and he's just staring a hole through his guys. And we go into a commercial break.
Proud as a peacock.
Oh, he's just the opposite. Not so proud as a peacock of his boys because they tried the,
Pathetic.
Yeah, there we go. There's the proper one right there. He really gave it to his boys. Like, they tried to turn it up while he was gone, and they failed. They failed in his eyes.
They got things a little mixed up.
They got that sickness running through their veins, that losing sickness. They need some antibiotics or something. So yeah. He gives it to them, and they need to redeem themselves in the eyes of Eric.
They do.
So what do you think's coming down the road? Do you think this is going to lead to a breakup maybe? Or do you think they're going to turn on Eric? Or what do you think?
I don't know.
They're laying seeds where that could happen. We find out later, though, we know there's going to be a match upcoming where they're still going to be working together. So we'll see. Definitely, they had to figure out how to deal with the Eric Young gone angle. And then it looks like a little dissension is kind of in the cards. But we'll see how it plays out.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, they're not most of the crew doesn't look like they're done with Josh Alexander, but we'll get to that. So, excuse me, Honor No More is in the back, and they said they got some hard decisions coming soon down the road. Looking at PCO, not happy with the loss. Not happy with the loss for PCO, and that he's got to prove himself against Taurus tonight.
A good promo from Honor No More. Like Mike Bennett starting it out. Like, I like that they're giving everybody some time to cut a promo. Like, everybody gets a piece of the action. Nobody's really left out. Like, Kenny King gets to cut some there. Maria, the greatest ballet in wrestling. That's right there.
They're all really good on the mic too, so that's a bonus.
Very good talkers. So
yeah, I'll bring in some content. That's good stuff there. So failure is not an option. That's what they let them know for PCO facing Taurus later. So we'll got to wait and see what happens with that squad. Gia Miller's in the back next with Deonna and Chelsea. And Gail Kim comes and lets them know that everyone's going to be banned from ringside for the main event. Deonna versus Mia Yim, #1 contenders match. And then on top of that, next week, when Mickie James faces Chelsea, everyone's going to be banned from the ring for that as well.
Gail.
Gail just laying down the law.
No shenanigans.
Nope. Shenanigans be damned. I like that though. It's
keeps it fair.
Well, yeah, it keeps it fresh with the knockouts. With the authority figure. Scott's over here, Gail's over here doing her thing.
Agreed.
So, I mean, man, Scott's got enough. It's a good thing that Gail is there to help even the load of all that craziness backstage.
No better person to do it, to be honest.
Oh yeah, just a legend, and she keeps a level head too. You know.
Agreed.
Yeah. So then we got Trey Miguel versus Laredo Kid next. Fallout match from Against All Odds. Trey Miguel not looking so good here.
Oh yeah, looking like a hurting turkey for sure.
Hurting turkey.
He still pulled through though. I mean, being at that disadvantage of the weak leg, foot or leg. What was the injury? I can't quite remember.
It was just the leg in general.
Okay.
Yeah,
the legs, the knees, they all took a beating in that match.
Yeah. Well, either way, one-legged Trey Miguel is a force to be reckoned with, and he showed us that tonight in this bout with Laredo Kid. Do these two ever not have exciting matches? I guess would be the better question.
Yeah, we know never call them.
I look like a young boy to you?
Yeah, no young boys here.
He's graduated.
Well, they're fantastic, so kudos to both men.
Oh hell yeah! I mean, Laredo Kid's nothing to sneeze at, and Trey Miguel working with a bum limb from the night before. Jeez Louise.
Yeah, you got to remember, obviously, this is showing up almost a week later, but this is the next night after they put on that crazy match. And you saw both Speedball and Trey go at it pretty hard again the next night. That's just a testament to what these people go through.
Yeah, it's... we are blessed as fans to have an X division with these guys in it.
For sure.
Just with the and say, lack of passion, my ass. Just watch these few matches that we've had within the last week. My God, between Against All Odds and tonight, you can take that comment and stick it, man. Seriously.
They can stick.
It makes you proud as a fan, It really does. Phenomenal match, though. Trey does pull it out. I don't know how, but he does. Then we get something really interesting here. I can't wait to get your thoughts on this. We get courtesy of StarCast. I see the eyes rolling already. With courtesy of StarCast, we get a Ric Flair moment of the week. This is all leading up to Ric Flair's last match within the next few weeks. You can catch it on Fight TV and get that whole great loaded bundle along with it.
Yeah, that whole undercard is a lot of impact.
It's basically, an Impact Wrestling special. So whether you are a fan of Ric Flair in general, being in the ring, his last match, or whatever, dare I say, I don't even want to call this an undercard, because this card is amazing. Look at even Valentino's turning out for it. Valentino's saying, "You don't watch this show, you can kiss my ass." Look at that. That's just amazing.
Although I think somebody else has an opinion on this, man.
Sadly, understood about half of that.
Oh, well, thank you, Tommy. Thank you. All right, so we get the Ric Flair moment of the week, January 4th, 2010. Do you guys remember this little date? Ric Flair arrives in the Impact Zone. Quite the different time back then. What are you guys' thoughts?
That was a big moment. That's when Impact TNA was going all in during the Spike TV era with Hogan, and they brought in. I have my framed poster from the Bound for Glory in Philly the next year with my Flair, Sting, Hogan all signed on it. So
running wild, brother.
Which is kind of interesting because Flair goes back and forth on, like, he almost doesn't even acknowledge his TNA time a lot, but at least this way he almost has to on the way out. So at least that's happening. But it's just crazy to think about where we were a year ago and where it is now. the wrestling community is a fickle community for sure.
Oh yeah, look the
I'm not gonna lie. Like I've been like Ric Flair has obviously always been one of my favorites growing up. He was the man. Like him and Piper were like the top two guys. So there's always that. So when he was in TNA that go around, I was like, yeah, this is cool. Like because he was mainly like a manager figurehead. He did wrestle a couple matches, but just for the Jay Lethal woo off, it was worth bringing them in.
Oh,
one of the best clips in company history.
That was fun. Speaking of Jay Lethal, it seems like it feels a little burned. He's not a part of this upcoming show with Ric Flair. So I guess he's been helping him get ring ready, if you will.
Yeah, he has. He has been his main trainer during this.
Helping him.
Just hopefully nothing horrendous happens during the show. Because they still haven't announced what his match is, right?
Yeah, we don't know what...
You don't know what type of match, if it's one-on-one, if it's tag, if it's six-man. I know there were rumblings about like a six-man match like 2 months ago, but they still haven't confirmed anything other than certain wrestlers saying they weren't going to do it.
Opponent TBA, folks.
TBA, he's a legend in the business, TBA.
Yeah, a distant cousin of Vacant, from what I've heard. Yeah, question mark. Well, we'll see. But yeah, it's go check out this undercard because this show is gonna.
Yeah, it was interesting. They just added the Briscoes, who are billed as Impact talent for that show.
How much is this show?
Too much.
It's $35. By itself, it's $35, but there's a whole like $200.
Explain that. So for one match, that's the Ric Flair match. It's $35.
No, it's the whole show. It's Ric Flair.
But there's also a bundle for all like the indie shows around that weekend.
Okay.
Separate package.
That's interesting. All right. Well,
yeah, because there's a roast of Ric Flair. There's an interview show, something. There's other stuff. And then you get a plaque, something. A plaque, yeah. That's all part of the $2 Grand Slam, wham bam.
Drink enough soda and eat candy, you can get a plaque for free.
That's cool.
Kids, stay away from plaque. But yeah, the show itself, if you don't want to get all the other shenanigans along with it, it's $35.
That's cool.
And honestly, if you look at this card,
the card is worth it. Like those are going to be good matches. Not so sure about the main event, but
yeah,
Josh on there.
Everyone does it safely.
I still say it's going to be Sting.
The Stinger?
That's my guess.
There's history there.
Lots of history, and I mean,
he was Hogan's last match.
Sting still can knock it out of the park. Hell, he's diving 20 feet down on top of, the kids in AEW. She's nuts.
I just hope it's someone who understands the repercussions if something terrible happens to Ric Flair.
No, no chops to the old ticker. That'd be my number one rule. What? I didn't hear you. What?
Nick Gage?
Oh, yeah.
Anyway, moving on to the actual show that we're reviewing.
Yes. Ric Flair.
That was too much time.
Yes, no kidding. All right, we got Violent by Design running through the building searching for Josh Alexander, but they run into the Motor City Machine Guns.
And then Josh Alexander. Because he came out of nowhere, it felt like.
Yeah. Like all of a sudden he was with the security. It's like, hey, there he was. He wasn't so hard to find.
My ears were buzzing.
But you gotta brawl for your troubles. It's like you're in the way. You're here. We can't find Josh. We'll kick your ass too.
Security just blocks everybody. That's
I Like that kind of mentality always backfires on Violent by Design.
I was coming after you.
That is
it's like, yeah, we were gonna get you as they're backing off.
We'll be back. We'll be back.
We'll be back, Joe. We'll be back, Dory.
We'll be back.
I wasn't buying any of those guys could stop Joe Doring if he wanted to get somebody.
No. No.
Those guys all were like 150 pounds. Joe Doring being held back by those guys. Come on, man.
All it took was a little ooh.
Oh no.
They all go flying. Well, that's one of the matches we are getting next week is Motor City Machine Guns along with Josh Alexander versus Violent by Design.
For sure.
One of the great matches we're getting next week.
It's gonna be good.
Then we get the vignette of all vignettes. They were teasing us on the PW Insider earlier today saying, ooh, hey, someone with an international flair is going to be
international.
Yeah, international, which could mean anyone from around
I heard
the
people,
world.
Obviously, a lot of people were saying Killer Kelly because we know the history past. And then I heard a lot of people also saying maybe like Shaja McKenzie. I heard her name mentioned, which would also be a good one at some point. But Killer Kelly seemed obvious. Like we've been waiting for this for a while.
Even heard some fans mention Tessa, considering she lives down in Mexico now. So, and she's starting to hit it
sometime. Like, yeah, she's starting. She's gonna turn up now. When I say turn up, I don't mean like I think I've said it before on one of our shows.
You don't mean the vegetable,
not a turnip, but turn up. And I think it will be MLW. She'll wind up showing up on at some point. I think that's going to be the one that says, "Fine, go for it." And then who knows? From there, maybe somewhere else. But they're actually trying to. I'll give them credit. They're trying to do something right now with the women's division. Obviously, with Taya there, that's a great ambassador to have. So, sure. And they have history too with matches, so I could see that happening. But we won't let her derail the show tonight.
But I want to hear the thoughts from the chat, the live chat. Sound off. Thoughts on Killer Kelly returning to the Impact Zone. Alicia, what do you think about Killer Kelly joining?
Like I said when we covered this segment earlier, it's going to be exciting. What a surprise, because I don't think anybody's, everybody's been asking for it. I remember for months now, since the last time we saw her, people in the chat have been saying how bad they want her to be a part of Impact, and so it's exciting. She'll fit right in with our crew, so I'm all for it.
Now you got a couple badasses now with her and Masha. It's going to be interesting to see because obviously a lot of people seem like singles wrestlers right now. Obviously, we know Deonna and Chelsea are now tagging, at least somewhat. But who else becomes a tag team? Still not a lot of tag teams, but a lot of individuals, which probably also might answer questions on maybe why some other knockouts might not be around as much going forward, because you see there's going to be a lot more faces on TV.
Yeah.
And you can only feature so many.
Yeah. And the tag division's loaded now, but then you got to keep the singles, knockouts division going as well. Competition strictly for Jordan, and other new ones. So yeah, you can't. No one can beat the knockouts division right now. They are just killing it. Mm-hmm. Tag division, singles, everything. It's great stuff. So welcome back, Killer Kelly. Now AMW is on the screen here with Gia Miller talking about their comeback and their last the last stand there, but James Storm raising his beard says he's got some unfinished business, and Harris is like, oh boy, here we go. What's he doing? James Storm wanders off. knocks on Moose's door. At least it says Moose on the door, a little sticker there. It's his office. But he doesn't find Moose. He finds a Macklin. And that's another match we're getting next week. Jiminy Christmas.
They're loading up.
Yeah, this is good. I didn't say before, but tonight was a good show for setting up rivalries and things to come, and this was one of them. I can't remember specifically what it was about this particular segment between these two that I was like, wow, this is going to be pretty cool, but there was just an edge to it that, again, it's another opportunity where we could see more personality-wise from Macklin. And yeah, and it's James Storm, so come on, anything he touches is pure gold, man.
Yeah, the fans have been clamoring for him to come back either with AMW or singles. So hey, guess what? We're getting a little bit of both.
Kudos to the production on this one because it's simple, but yet the follow cam as James Storm was walking the hallway, and they're kind of just he's walking towards you the whole time. I like that. Like, you don't like that was a very common late 90s, early 2000s trope of backstage, but you don't see it much anymore. So I thought that was a pretty cool kind of throwback, especially with a guy that's a 20-year fixture in this company doing that for. Because I bet we could go back to some of those Asylum tapes and you would see him doing a promo just like that, kind of just walking down there. Sorry about your damn look.
Yeah. So, but this is interesting. I mean, the match coming up, we can't complain about that. It's very exciting. I think we're all excited about that. But Macklin being in his locker room, he's waiting for Moose, or is he like chumming it up with Moose? What's going on there?
Yeah,
or is he just snooping through Moose's stuff?
He's not pulling a Randy Orton, is he?
That's the swingman, Daddy.
I guess I don't get that reference, but anyway.
If you know, you know.
I guess, yeah. We'll just leave it at that.
Randy Orton back in the day was a naughty boy. He used to do stuff in other people's bags. We'll just leave it at that.
Not pleasant.
No, not pleasant. Very smelly. So yeah, that's the thing. Was Macklin helping Moose, or is he's got his own thing going on? What's he doing?
He's got nefarious intentions, perhaps. He's a sketchy dude, man. You never know with that Macklin guy.
Sketchy dude.
I think they're leaving their options open because you can go either way with that. You can do that he was helping or he wasn't, because like I said, they've been teasing this Macklin stuff. He was getting over too much as a face. So they had to force him back heel, where out of nowhere he started like putting his feet on ropes and all, like classic heel tactics. I'm like, yo, what are you doing, Macklin? That's not your shtick at all. So it depends what they want to do with him, because eventually he will turn face. But right now he's still the heel. Obviously, and with James Storm, he's definitely the heel.
Yeah, so it'll be very interesting to see where this goes with Macklin, Moose, and no Sami Callihan in this one. But we got James Storm and Macklin next week.
Yeah, another one. So James Storm still sticking around. Very cool to see.
Yes.
The Cowboy always got a spot here.
We'll see if the Wildcat's in his corner for this one. James Storm might want that, because we don't know if anybody's going to be tailing Macklin for this, so we'll see.
Yeah. As we're transitioning to the next one, I see Mayor put it up here. Definitely rest in peace to Jimmy Kahn.
Ah, yes. James Kahn, yes. Legendary actor. Any favorite movie? Because I'm sorry, I don't really have.
Oh, well, it's tough not to go with The Godfather, Sonny Corleone. A great character.
Okay. Yeah, classic. Yeah.
If you like more recent and like holiday comedy, he's the dad in Elf. So he kind of went the gamut. He did some good comedy. He did TV. So, but yeah, definitely, I'll always think of him from back in the day with the Godfather.
And his son is a very good actor as well.
Yes,
Chip off the old block. Yeah. May James Gunn rest in peace. Any thoughts, Lisa? Favorite movie? Anything?
I have never seen a James Caan movie, so my apologies.
Oh, it's all right.
It's
all good.
True lies from Brian here. Actually, a guilty pleasure, I think, of mine is I believe he was the coach in the program. It was like a college football movie back in the day where, like, with all the negative stereotypes of college football, well, they're probably mostly true. And he was the coach, the head coach. But that's a pretty underrated movie. Oh, you know what? There's another one. Brian's Song, the TV movie. That will make any grown man.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, that's a class.
Brian Piccolo.
Good one. All right, so then on to this next match. PCO with Vincent out there versus Taurus and Crazy Steve in his corner. All the cards laying out there against PCO, needs a win. What'd you guys think of this one?
Well, PCO, I like both these guys. It's always a tough one when you get it's there's so much trouble on this roster because it's become so often where it's like I like this guy and I like this guy. Who do I do? Then so I got to pick a side. I can't be wishy-washy.
Split crowd.
Yeah, so I don't want to be a flip-flopper, so I always pick a side. So PCO, the guy just doing it at 54 years old. I can't not go with the guy, and I'm a huge Taurus fan. I have my Taurus T-shirt, but I have a PCO T-shirt as well. And with the storyline, PCO the monster, will he wind up in Decay at some point? You wonder if he leaves Honor No More. So it almost feels like with them going against each other, maybe that could be a callback. So, but fun match. I thought Taurus, every time PCO goes off the top rope, you think he's going to kill himself or somebody else.
Oh my
and that one looked nasty. That spot.
Taurus on the apron and the swanton off the top, and he's either going to like break his neck or dislocate his shoulder or something.
You've seen his dislocated shoulder.
Oh, dude, refs always checking on him afterwards, which is good. This is good.
Professional.
Yeah, just
we like to see it.
And after PCO had a train wreck of a match the night before, my God! Thank you, Brian, for the super sticker, a diamond in the rough, if you will. Fun match. PCO does come out with a win. Any thoughts on this, Lisa? The monster.
I following up on what Bill was saying is that PCO would be interesting hanging around in the undead realm, wouldn't he? With the likes of Decay and every other monster that walks through its darkened hallways, its blacklight lit hallways.
It wouldn't be a bad spot to tease Vincent and him in the undead realm next week.
Hey, Vincent is another one that I feel like would do well. It's like if they ever decide to start splitting, maybe not breaking up the group, but splitting them off to start exploring them in a more individual basis, I definitely would feel like that would be pretty interesting. Of course, I love Decay. This was kind of hard because it's like, you want Taurus to win, but it's PCO, so you kind of have a feeling in means of storyline that that's going to kind of be the winner there, and he was, and it was a good match, man. These two big beefy guys slapping meat, huh? Doing some crazy crap for sure.
Oh yeah, and especially looking at what Taurus did the day before and against all odds versus that opening match to the card versus Laredo Kid, destroying Laredo Kid. Man, it's not faulting Taurus for not coming out with a win here because both guys brought it just crazy,
for sure, yeah.
But PCO coming off with a win here. Honor No More coming down to the ring with a slow clap, congratulating him. Looking a little, I don't know. Little
apprehensive.
Yes.
I'm getting the vibes. Can I talk about this really quick? Is that what I'm getting the vibes about is that it's not necessarily that PCO is messing up, but maybe they want him out of the group because they see him as too out of control. Because commentary kept bringing up how Vincent seems to have some kind of calming effect on PCO, but then recently it hasn't been working. Did I mishear that?
No, I think they did allude to something like that where, so it could cost Vincent as well as PCO.
Yeah.
And his neck on the line for PCO right now.
I mean, technically. So who's to say that, we're not going to be seeing two members kind of slide right out of there? It's a bit crowded at Honor No More, just saying.
Big group.
It is, yeah. You got that many people, that many mouths to feed. Sometimes there's going to be some fingers pointing, and somebody wants a bigger piece of the pie. And we all know how much pie PCO eats. He just
what kind of pie?
He just eats the whole damn table of desserts. He's out of control. It's just nuts.
He's a growing boy.
You dig what I'm saying, man? He just cuckoo.
Dig what I'm saying, man?
So, but yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what PCO and Vincent's future is with Honor No More. But then out of nowhere, Heath comes in and just drops the King, Kenny King.
What? Yeah, with the sneak attack.
Oh, baby!
Yes.
And then he's in the crowd, you might as well have been just cracking some beers like good old, Sandman. So yeah, like he said, he wants to take them all out one at a time. So don't be surprised if this is going to be the match next week, probably maybe the week after. We'll see. Heath versus King.
Interesting pair up. I don't think I've ever seen them go up against each other. So.
Oh. Heath versus any of these guys, I'll take it.
Yeah. Heath is fun.
And I think they're trying to do something a little different with Heath as a solo act. Mm-hmm. So I think this is it's a good term because you can't help he's one of those guys you can't help but root for him.
Yeah,
he's a likable guy.
Yeah,
agreed.
Absolutely. So we'll see where that goes. Gia Miller then backstage with the complete Bullet Club. You got the Good Brothers, Chris Bay, and the newest member, Ace Austin. First time we're seeing all the guys together, and they seem pretty happy that Ace Austin is with them, part of the group.
It's been a bangorama.
Oh, it absolutely has been a bangorama. So, and their history with Honor No More is not over. They're going to be facing Honor No More next week, or at least part of Honor No More, a 4-on-4, if you will.
They want some a piece of that.
That'll be cool.
They're hungry. They're hungry, J-Bo.
Oh, they're starving artists. Yes.
It smells like beer, sweat, self-tanner, and baby oil, brother.
Always with those guys. Let's see. What's next here? We got Brian Myers strutting the hallway with his brand new championship, and he runs into some guys from the old dungeon. Swingers dungeon, if you will.
Well, the best is first he walks by the backstage hand, and he signs his picture, $30, kid, and it's a swinger one. He's like, ah.
A kid looked familiar. I might have seen him on Dark or something recently. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, so he runs into Swinger, runs into Ziggy Dice, and they're trying to get him to join the dungeon for what was it, 30% off they were going to offer him.
That's a hell of a deal.
Yeah, not bad. Not bad.
You get those type of savings at the dungeon? Come on.
Yeah, how can you beat that? But then down the way a bit, he runs into Bhupinder. Bhupinder looks like he wants a piece of that action for the title.
Yeah, you congratulate somebody. He wants a shot at that belt.
He does.
Swingman wants a shot at that belt.
Maybe
Everybody
Dice
wants a
too.
shot at that belt. Maybe Ziggy Dice, who I did like the tree reference. He was ripping the learning tree. I appreciate that.
Yeah, saying that he's learned so much more in the dungeon than he did in that stupid tree. Little scary, but yeah, good for him. So yeah, we'll see. We'll probably see Bhupinder, maybe a Swinger.
Yeah, it seems like Bhupinder versus the Dice Man next week. It sounds like
Could be.
Should be a fun match.
Yeah, but it looks like Brian Myers is absolutely going to have his hands full with all those guys from the dungeon as well.
Seems that way.
Oh, well, and the show just wouldn't be complete without Oreo dropping in. How you doing, Oreo? Oh, mad as hell because I closed the door.
Oh, yes. Mayor mentions the joke here. Yes, he's talked about being digital media champion.
Yeah.
That Johnny Swinger just ate the closed circuit title.
Oh, yeah. A reference to something classic from social media back in the day. Yeah. Closed circuit TV. Good stuff. All right. Oreo, you're on my notebook. Go up here. There we go. Settle down. See, Valentino's there too. See, Valentino's behaving.
Yeah,
I don't know where he is.
Oh, somewhere. Anyways. What's next here? We got Shira. Shira versus Rich Swann. I tell you, I was not feeling lucky towards Rich Swann. I did not think this was going to be his night.
Whoa.
But Rich Swann pulled this one out. I don't know how he did, but he did. Rich Swann.
Because he's Rich Swann, duh.
He can go all night long. He's a tough son of a bitch.
Yeah,
What you guys think of Shira versus Rich Swann?
That son of a bitch.
If I had seen it, I'm sure it would have been awesome. I had to step out at that inconvenient time, unfortunately.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, make sure you catch this one because it's a David versus Goliath if I ever seen
It
one.
is. Well, it's always good to boo Raj because Raj was there. And Shira right now, obviously Rich just was digital media champion, so Rich still like up there in contention. Shira will be interesting to see because like I thought Shira was really hitting at all cylinders a little while back, but then he kind of maybe slightly derailed a little bit. So
a couple injuries here and
there. Yeah, so he's kind of building some momentum up again as like another monster. So, but there's time to do that. It doesn't have to be right now. So I think you can see that something maybe as we get towards maybe the fall, build him back up as another monster heel, seeing what's going on. And obviously, because they're kind of saving like something between Bhupinder and Shira for farther down the line. They tease it, but they never really culminated with much of that yet.
Yeah. There's something brewing, but we'll see. Yeah. Nonetheless, big win for Rich Swann here. Next, we got the Influence backstage, and man, Giselle Shaw is just getting the blame for everything going wrong. Especially this little note from Masha Slamovich towards Tennille.
Yeah, that means Masha's going to kill you.
Yeah.
Yeah, for those of you who don't know, now you know.
Yeah, if you get that little letter from Masha, it's not looking too good for you, champ.
Yeah, time to.
It's not a Valentine.
It's not a Valentine. It's not Valentine's season. Time to pack a bag and head up north. Excuse me. But yeah, Bill, continue with this for a bit.
Well, yeah, obviously, Madison is still nursing the nose injury, so she doesn't seem like she'll be able to help Tenille coming up, and but they're definitely putting it on Giselle. It's like she might not be able to stick around if she doesn't kind of pull her weight pretty soon. She got blamed for the loss, not getting those tag titles back, so it's not looking good. Although I know Giselle was trying to tell Tenille how good she looked in the photo, but I don't think that was a silver lining. It's Tenille's got her work cut out for her.
Yeah, new haircut or not? She's
new haircut.
I do like the haircut though. So then we backstage with Rosemary and Taya Valkyrie. Oof, losing the voice tonight. Excuse me. Thoughts on this little vignette of these two backstage deciding whether or not to go to the undead realm? Sounds like a hell of a vacation.
Like, for reals.
You need the sound clips, I swear to God. Yeah, this is like, what do we call this? Desperately seeking havoc as Ragnarok decides to send.
She's coming back.
I love it. Or is she?
Or is she? I hope so, because I miss her. We love Havoc.
She's coming back. Are you down Rosemary, J-Bone?
I'm not really sure why Rosemary is so upset, though, considering Rosemary is part of the reason why Havoc is among the missing, because she was really mean to her. Kind of shunned her out of the group for losing. So, yeah, if our kaiju queen, Havoc, doesn't want to hang out, then, respect the boundaries, bro. Maybe try apologizing for being such a not cool decay partner.
I got a feeling there's something going on in the undead realm that we just don't know about yet.
Oh yeah, there'll be some appearances in the undead realm for sure.
Something's been brewing.
Like maybe Havoc is turning over a new leaf, rejuvenating in the undead realm.
Will Sue be in the undead realm?
Yeah, who knows what they're gonna find? I mean, literally, who?
Yeah, who knows? Maybe there'll be an Allie, or maybe a Kiera,
or a zombie Luchasaurus. I mean, you never know.
Could be anything.
It remains to be seen.
Yeah. But she didn't want Taya to go with her. She didn't think Taya could handle it.
Well, she's a real housewife.
What's that?
She's a real housewife.
What? One at a time.
Oh, your cat. Go ahead, Alicia.
Now I forgot what I was even gonna say. I'm sorry. Oh yeah, okay, there it is. Taya did.
Well, we'll have to wait till next week and see what's in the old undead realm. And they're not messing with any shenanigans from they're not waiting on the Sinister Minister. They're like, screw that guy.
Screw that guy. They did point out, yeah, they're not forget Father James.
Yeah. They're not waiting around. So we'll have to wait and see what happens next week. All right, number 1 contenders match. The Knockouts are headlining here this episode of Impact Wrestling. Number one contender spot on the line. Deonna Purrazzo, the Virtuosa versus the HBIC. Mia Yim. Knocking it out of the park. 20 minutes of total nonstop action.
I've heard that somewhere before.
Absolutely love this match. And this one literally could have went either way. They clobbered each other to the point that neither one could stand anymore.
Yeah, slow, methodical, driven. These two really took each other to another level of rivalry. Woo.
Yes, yes. Yeah, couldn't assume either way which way this one was going to go. Mia Yim does come out on top. Bill, what do you think about Mia Yim beating this one?
Yeah,
winning this one.
Yeah, it felt like she probably had to win this one to kind of keep some momentum going. So Mia, and obviously it is interesting because we see at the end Jordan come out. So it's kind of interesting. Like that's kind of what it looks like we're getting in Chicago. We're going to be getting Mia Yim versus Jordan. So that's kind of an interesting matchup we haven't seen.
Yeah.
Because obviously Deonna, we've seen that before. We've seen a very good feud between Deonna and Jordan. So, but once again, this is a fresh new matchup. So I'm on board because it does feel like it's going to wind up being Deonna and Chelsea probably going after Ty and Rosemary at some point. That seems to be the feud for the tag titles.
Apparently, Oreo is upset that the Virtuosa didn't win. Sorry, Oreo.
Big Virtuosa fan.
She is. She
but it took a while to take out the Virtuosa. She had to finish her a couple times there at the end.
Oh, just she had to pummel her.
Yeah,
it was insane that finish. It was. I don't exhaust myself watching wrestling too much. This match took it all. I mean, they left it all in the ring, and I was exhausted by the end of the match. Then you know it's a damn good match. Yeah, Oreo agrees.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was. I was like, man, I need to stretch. This is nuts. Yeah, Jordan coming down to the ring to show the respect to Mia Yim as she beat the Virtuosa. A lot of people were expecting something different from Jordan Grace. Did you guys see something different coming from Jordan Grace in the future? Maybe turning nasty in the future, or what do you think?
I didn't maybe pick up on anything out of this particular come down, but if I rewatch it, who's to say I don't catch it a second time? I just kind of got the vibe is that I don't believe Jordan in this promotion has ever fought, obviously, Mia. So, maybe she's just really excited to have the opportunity to fight one of the greats.
It's something different, because Deonna's done it all. She really has. So she's going to focus more on the whole tag aspect of the Knockouts division. So this is definitely refreshing to see this, I think,
Yeah.
So any other last thoughts on the main event?
No, I think I think we were saying that on the review show from Against All Odds that Jordan is really the change in Jordan, who was very good having matches with Deonna, the Iron Woman match and all. But you can see, like, she's like, now that she can like do the skin the cat and all that, like she's really adding on to what she can do in ring, and obviously she's just getting more and more jacked.
Oh, yeah.
So it's kind of does add a new wrinkle in the division. And I've always said I think she's the one that should get that X Division title at some point, be the one to break down that barrier. But right now, let's see what she does in the Knockouts division for sure.
Yeah, they left it all in the ring tonight. Great main event. Just an absolutely loaded episode. I was exhausted by the end of it. Then it's good, because, man, this episode just took you on a ride. Lots of great things coming down the road for Impact Wrestling, building up towards the next set of tapings, middle of July, on the road to Cicero Stadium in Chicago for Emergence. Loaded future for Impact Wrestling.
Kushida!
Oh, Kushida. Yeah, can't wait for that. Time Splitters, here we come. Daniel Spencer, get your vest ready. It's Oreo's ecstatic too. She can't even contain herself on my shoulder. It's nuts. So yeah, I think we're gonna wrap this up short and sweet before I lose my voice even more. Check out all the links in the description of the video where you can find this podcast on the Twitter, the Facebook, and on the Instagram, and the audio worldwide. Just Google We Talk Impact and Total Nonstop Impact, and you'll find it. So, Christmas. Oh, yeah. Time to go. All right. Thanks, everyone. We'll see you down the road real soon. And you know what? Be good to each other. You know, that's how we're going to wrap this one up. Just be good to each other. Much love, all. Good night.
Thanks.